EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. On play action, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Play action, now it's Lance. Rolling to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing, Bridgewater. Man open, here is Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. One more time with Etienne. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's a diving catch right side, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point went down. The score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Here's Bridgewater. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 7-7, our score after 1.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Second and 11. Bridgewater. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He'll air this one out for Kirk. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go down the night before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A big third down play there for the Jags. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. You got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become effective?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 24. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Bridgewater's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Bridgewater. Under pressure, they got him again. Eric Armstead in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Here's Bridgewater. Jones goes diving, and he's got it. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now they'll throw with Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gray. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. Mitchell fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 35 on 2nd down, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Tyson Campbell. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point up and through. And the lead now stands at 13. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Eluding the pressure right. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
There on the stop was Tyson Campbell, first pick of the second round back in April. They fake the handoff. Now Lance sliding out of the pocket, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing his Lance on third down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Lance now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now a play fake. Lance. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And the 49ers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Mitchell. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Right back to Juszczyk again. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Now we give to the big fullback, Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. His 7th touchdown on the ground and 10th overall. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6.
49ers 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Now Gould for the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And out across midfield down to the 45. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 24. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Mitchell again. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Bridgewater. Jones has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to make. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Samson Ebukam in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 16, Bridgewater. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Niners add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Next to score, Niners 42, Jaguars 20.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. This is caught. It's Kirk. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Bridgewater to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Gould for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Next to score, Niners 49, Jaguars 20. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Play action now. Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Next to score, Niners 56, Jaguars 20.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And he loses the football a second time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And it'll be first and goal at the 7-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy.